saw the film. It's called Blind Willow Sleeping Woman. And this is a DVD I checked out from the local library, and it is based on the Haruki Murakami's short stories. And he has a collection of short story book called Blind Willow Sleeping Woman. And but this one is not necessarily the content is not necessarily the same contents of the book, but nonetheless he brought lots of Haruki Murakami's short stories to make this film. This is an animated film, and it is kind of the story is kind of maybe there's two main characters. One is younger, the other one is older male characters. I think it's all through from the beginning to the end. They are appearing there. So, and I looked up this final credit of the movie, and it says like it's based on like 6 short stories. Super Frog Saves Tokyo, #1, Birthday Girl, Dove Chick, the Wind Up Bird, and the Tuesday's Woman, and the Blind Willow Sleeping Woman, UFO in Kushiro. Those stories are credited for this film, and I kind of noticed that in my own past reading his short stories, the UFO in Kushiro is the most striking memory of mine, and Blind Willow Sleeping Woman is also kind of images of this guys in my very much deep in my brain there. Wind Up Bird and the Tuesday's Woman. This is I think pretty much the some parts is Wind Up Bird Chronicles fictions story. Is kind of a same I think. Other thing, the Super Frog Saves Tokyo. So those things are kind of intertwined together to make this film. And I think film is, I would say, this French language film, originally French people, Canadian, Belgium, or whatever, those areas, I think a French producer, French directors and everything, and lots of people involved in this particular project. And essentially, I think that this film kind of describe or depict this Japanese Haruki Murakami's world of short stories, and very kind of dreamy sometimes, and sometimes they are intense, and just like his reading his short stories, it's the same type of feeling. And so I kind of consider myself comparing the reading short story and the images of my brain that coming from short stories is, compared to their vision, their images, interesting to compare. But it turned out to be pretty much this kind of a similar images that I concocted in myself, and this particular animator's images is very similar, and especially I think the UFO in Kushiro, I think very similar the gist of the particular short stories in this film are very, very nice. And Blind Willow Sleeping Woman also, I didn't connect this particular story title to the story, but now researching it, it's the story of this boy and a cousin, probably younger cousin, going to the bus, on the bus, going to the hospital or someplace like that. That particular thing is images is very, very similar with mine. And Super Frog Sauce Saves Tokyo. This also kind of a similar images that I had. My, some of the images is very, very similar. So that means I think the reader had the same visual image from the Haruki Murakami's stories. I thought that was itself is amazing because these are French people, a completely different country, but the images is very, very similar with my images when I read this particular short stories. So yeah, that's one of the interesting thing. And the movie itself is, I think, well made. I think well organized. Those different short stories, like six short stories, is interwoven and organized very well to make an entire film. And so, yeah, I think this is a good film. There's a very intellectual, intelligent approach to the short stories of Haruki Murakami, and depict this particular ambience or particular sentiment by the reader. Reading this book and short stories, you get these images, and it's amazing that the images is very similar with that of mine. So when I read the book, I think that's how the books are very powerful. Regardless, you get the same type of images. In this film, all the characters are, of course, the Japanese, Asian faces, Asian people's face. And especially this young guy is, I think it's based on the face of the Haruki Murakami himself. His photograph of young Haruki Murakami's face, I think based on this particular characters. That makes sense because in the short story the character is first person narrative, so that's Haruki Murakami himself. And the other character is a little bit older guy. I don't know where that particular image of that particular guy coming from. Maybe some of the old Japanese film or something like that, and they concocted this particular older guy's face. And all the women's are very much interesting, the faces, but it's all Asian faces. So that's another thing that I kind of amazed how they created this particular, visual animated image. Those foreign people, right? Some of them may have came to Japan, or some of them never went to Japan. You have no idea. But the amazing thing is that this particular film is, I think, winner of Best Original Soundtrack at the TIFF Films, and the winner Grand Prize Anima Bresson 2023. So that's very nice. And the other one, I couldn't tell what that is. The jury the prize or something like that for other film festival. So yeah, I think this is a very, very nice film. You know, looking at the view from the, you know, like a French people's idea, French people's vision, visual, you know, things. It's in here, and which is that may not be the, you know, exact the same as the Japanese people's idea. I would say I definitely so think so. But I think regardless, it's you know, yeah, you would not disappoint yourself finding these images of this particular animation. And the movie itself is well, I think, organized and constructed, interwoven with all those different short stories. And each short stories is fluidly, you know, connected each other. And but main character, two male characters' stories here. I completely love this particular film, and I will recommend you guys.